Destiny community, we gotta have a chat. What's up, guys? Coming back again. Another different type of video. But I kind of wanted to touch on this because it's a weird moment in Destiny right now. So I'm sure most people have seen, and I just kind of wanted to do a small video about it, explaining what I think about this. And to say I'm disappointed is probably the best thing I can say. So for people who are out of the loop and somehow haven't been on Twitter, one, good job, and number two, wow. Okay, so for context, all of the final shape was not necessarily leaked, but accessible very early. I believe this was yesterday night or just yesterday in general. So that would be, as of recording this, like Wednesday, maybe. So what basically happened is that people on PlayStation got an update, or I heard something about like streaming or something, but basically allowed PS5 users to get access to the final shape early. Now, it's worth noting that I do not think this was the launch build, meaning that when we get in, we have our characters and stuff. I believe this was hosted on different servers, so I believe this must have been like test servers or dev servers that have going on in the background. Simply kind of the stuff that you see as players or as the devs and the team kind of show off the game, because most people who were logging on had completely new characters. Like their old characters were wiped. Like none of their old save exists because when you started up the game, you were basically a new light. So players were basically new lights loading up this, and it had access to everything. Now, typically before a raid race begins, all the loot, all the armor, the exotic, of course, typically is all classified. You cannot see any of it. However, due to this situation, uh, people were able to get into the game and basically showcase everything. Literally everything that the game had to offer. So, what exactly got leaked? Or, revealed early, I suppose. If some people really don't want to call it a leak, considering this isn't data mined, this is actually coming from the playable game itself. Um, the raid name, of which we already know in the from the TWID this week. Yeah. So today is Thursday. So literally, the raid name was revealed today. The raid armor, the raid weapons, the Echoes weapons from the new episode. Let's see, what else was there? Just like all the ornaments, like people had full access to this game, and the only thing that was holding them back was from at least from the raid, from touching the raid, was quite literally the story. Now, I think they did turn off most stuff or anything that was, accessible via the game. So they turned off the servers relatively quick, as far as I'm aware. Apparently, it took them a few attempts because they turned off PC servers, and that impacted PC for a good while. And then eventually they, I guess, figured it out. How exactly did this happen? Quickly, I'm going to read through Destiny 2 Team's thing here. It says, early today, a portion of Destiny 2, the final shape, was accidentally pushed live on PlayStation's streaming service. There are currently spoilers being shared online. A small group of players are able to play some of the campaign, access collections, and other reward info coming in the final shape and Echoes. We are we recommend being very careful on social media over the next few days to avoid spoilers. Remember to exercise caution and be critical of potential misinformation. Please be considerate others and report leaks so players can experience the conclusion of the Light and Darkness saga themselves. Thanks to all of our community members who have already helped us by reporting the leaks and those actively working to prevent more experience from being shared before its intended date. It's extremely difficult when our team's hard work is leaked early, but we are still excited for everyone to experience the full release on June 4th together. And at this point, it's the 30th. We quite literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days until the final shape comes out. So, what exactly happened? So what I'm going to assume happened was these servers, again, I think were test servers, and this was mainly a dev build. So I think what happened was, for some reason, this update got pushed apparently to their to PlayStation or Sony's streaming service, which I would assume this was the cloud gaming. I know Xbox has cloud gaming, but apparently PlayStation does too. I don't know much about the PlayStation stuff, but it does. And I'm going to assume whatever consoles they had working with the streaming stuff had the game already updated and installed. So with that in mind, and connected to these new servers, basically means that people were able to play early. And again, I believe this is a dev build. Well, I'm sure there were a bunch of different stuff that you could do in the engine for like debugs and stuff like that. But I have not seen if anybody has actually had access to that. I've only seen, pictures of the weapons and stuff like that, of which I will not be talking about. But this is just really unfortunate. And it just goes to show why many of us really don't like Sony. It's no surprise that Sony has been its fair share of just fuck ups and screw ups. What was it? There was a big leak from Insomniac's like PlayStation side of things about like the upcoming games. I believe there's a Fantastic Four game. There was the Wolverine game was leaked, and I think something about one of the Spider-Man games. I think it was like the multiplayer Spider-Man game that they were gonna do, and then this. So it's kind of a rough day. It's gonna be somewhat rough for the rest of Bungie. It's super unfortunate to see how this happened. What can you do to avoid spoilers? Basically stay off Twitter, stay off any social media. It's also worth noting that apparently people in like game chat and like the tower and stuff are also leaking like everything, or like spoiling people. So like if you're in game playing Destiny 2, make sure to turn off text chat. Like, I would just go directly into the settings and turn off text chat. Therefore, you don't have to worry about, potentially reading anything, because people are, for some reason, doing that. Just stay safe. Honestly, I would highly recommend that anybody who is, like, trying to finish up something, finish that up as fast as possible, and then take some downtime from Destiny until the final shape, because I've pretty much done everything that I've kind of like wanted to for the end of the season, and I'm really going to be taking it slow and playing some other games in the sidelines. Therefore, I can wind down for some Destiny. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about it and give my 2 cents. And I don't know, it's been a weird time, because this is the first time that Bungie has ever had such a huge leak or something like that. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this kind of like sudden video. It's just an interesting time in Destiny, but I hope everyone gets to enjoy the final shape. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that the story is good. We finally get some answers, and yeah, I really want to play Prismatic. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. Remember to stay safe from spoilers, stay off Twitter. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys another time. Adios.